name is Cheryl Shoemake. I am 59 years old, and I am an Iron Girl. Trying to find enough days and hours in the week to work out to get my body in shape, to get on the stage. And then the day of the competition, getting on that stage and doing all of the things that my trainer, Rose, says, listening to the two sides of it. The angel, and she calls herself the two angels on my shoulder telling me, make sure you don't have electrocution hands, make sure you're smiling, and all of these things. So it's multifaceted.
Why not just do Zumba? That's a good question. In fact, I started with Zumba. When I first started working out, I joined a Zumba class. I did it for 7 days, every week for like 4 weeks, lost a ton of weight. It wasn't until I met Terry that he introduced me to strength training. And I've been bodybuilding and lifting weights ever since. I don't do Zumba anymore. I am a Strong by Zumba instructor though. I do teach it, but I prefer to lift weights. Yeah. Zumba's cute, but it won't get you no muscles.
Just show you guys, so Joe is one of our competitors. Even though you guys see her in here working hard, she is a 53-year-old grandma who actually is a physique competitor. So a lot of times people think physique is something crazy looking, but a lot of times it is your natural body shape. It's just that you're in shape, because she still got to be in the gym every day. And again, she's 53-year-old grandmother looking like this. I'm Tanya Wells. I'm one of the owners of Iron Girls Athletics. Under our house, we own one Iron Girls Sports Weekend. We buy out the Sports and Learning Complex that is adjacent to the Redskins Stadium. We do a show of female athleticism. So we bring in power lifters, MMA fighters, bodybuilding, figure, fitness, bikini. Last year we had pole, and we bring in all the business organizations that sponsor and support all the athletes. Myself, Ro Mobley, we own that, and then we're also nationally sanctioned bodybuilding promoters. We own a pro qualifier under OCB. We opened up Atlanta last year, so that pro qualifier is Iron Girls and Men of Steel Bodybuilding Classic. So that's co-ed, so folks come, they try to get their pro card, and ultimately get that IFBB, trying to get to the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic and all those things. So for this coming June 7th, we're going to be at the Sports and Learning Complex with all the sports organizations coming in, along with Designer Bodies by Ro, so she still does her personal training part of it, training all the athletes. So they're going to be a transformation to show where you can get to when you join and go on this journey for weight loss. And then we're going to bring in pro bodybuilders, so that for those who fall in love with this can see where this thing can ultimately go and how you can look, and just it changes your life, man. So please follow us on Instagram. It's Iron Girls Athletics, and OCB ATL Iron Girls Weekend. Thank you.
Our next competitor is Felicia Jackson.
I've always been, an athlete, and when Tanya and I met, she was, interested in featuring women, doing, these really kind of marquee events that, because women don't often get to be in the forefront of events like this. I did not think that I could do this, and so here I am in my 40s, you know, and I had trained before, you know, because I was a model, commercial model for many years, but never anything on this level. And then about 2 months into my program, I was diagnosed with breast cancer for the second time. And then I started my radiation treatment in May, and that really only gave me 5 or 6 weeks to get ready for this competition. I mean, that was definitely challenging, because I don't know how much you know about that process, but you know, once they removed the tumor, in order for me to be able to do the radiation, I had to have my implants removed. They put tissue expanders in, because they have to stretch your skin to make sure that, you know, if there's any damage as a result of the radiation, that your skin doesn't constrict completely. And I'm going to the hospital every morning for my treatment. I'm going to work all day and then coming to train. So that was really hard. I mean, it was incredibly hard, but I think, you know, it also gave me a lot of motivation to continue to, you know, work hard and to condition my body, because that's really what it was about. And at this point, you know, I'm fighting. You know, I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my strength.
I like somebody to fuss. I like someone to yell, and she does that in a loving way. So she did that with me. She did that with several other athletes. You know, the tattling in a good way. You know, hey, you know you can pick up that weight. You know you can go higher than that. I love that. So that was like the greatest part, because as a woman with a disability, I have cerebral palsy, and it's a mild case. So I don't want someone to baby me. I want them to say, hey, come on, move it. And that's what she does. And I you know, I absolutely love that about training with her, which is why I stay around.
Never any days I want to quit. I like getting up and giving my praise, and then coming in here and sharing it with everybody else. So never, there's no quitting. It gets tough sometimes, and the journey gets hard, but never do I want to quit. I look forward to coming in here. This is like my breakfast, lunch, and dinner in here. This is what I feed off of. This is what I eat up. This is what keeps me healthy. So quitting is never ever in my vocabulary. This is it. I love it. It's my life. Because you know what? If I was to ever retire, guess what the retired people go to? The gym. I'm figuring if this is where I'm going to wind up being after I retire, I might as well stay here and get paid for it. So this is it for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. This is it. That's our life.
Thankful for the blessings that are falling on my table. Learning all my lessons, now I'm willing and I'm able to do just what I can. As humble as a lamb, working towards a goal, and we give thanks for helping hands. Pray for health and strength, a life for length and peace of mind. Good people and good vibes, we give thanks every time. In every single line, even if it no rhyme, I go sing redemption songs to the people when I think of where I'm coming from. Looking back at where the journey began, I really have to say that I'm strong, I'm strong. All praises to the most I want. Look at where I'm coming from. Looking back at where the journey began, I really have to say that I'm strong, I'm strong. All praises to the most I want. Make me tell you about the life of a queen in a this your concrete jungle. Firm in a regime, so you're not gonna see me stumble.
Delicious, huh? That was delicious.